are back.
Hey, hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yep.
Glad to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm
Thrilled.
glad you are here. We're back to episode 3 already of season 3.
Crazy.
3 of
Yeah.
3.
Okay, well, that was exciting. So,
Hi, everybody.
hi,
Good to see ya.
everybody.
Thanks for listening.
So, I think we're going to just start off with a couple of things. For everybody who is new or old to the show, we've got a new person on camera here. And we want I know. We want to welcome a new member to the show.
Where'd he come from?
He just appeared in the chat, and we're like, hey.
We're being Zoom bombed?
Zoom bombed.
That's what it is. Yep.
Tell them the truth. We were exploited. We were exploited. This is completely exploitation right here.
Yeah?
He's got some dirt on me.
Oh, well, that's
It goes-
probably true.
I had to push
Yeah,
it
it
through.
goes way back. And
Way back.
yeah, we didn't want to reveal it. So here I
I
am.
do believe that, actually.
And there probably is some dirt. We'll wait for a few episodes to come out.
Guest starring.
So this is Jeff. Welcome, Jeff.
Hello.
We'll be introducing a new character at some point. That will be Jeff's alter ego. But we will get to that in a bit. So how's everybody doing, though? We ready for this?
Yeah?
It's a gorgeous day outside in Minnesota.
It
It
is.
is going to be
It
an
is
amazing
nice.
day.
Yeah,
Something-
so let's all pretend that we're underground.
Sitting in our basements pretending we're that is the perfect thing to do on a beautiful spring day.
Great.
All right. Well, before we get to it, I do want to do a couple of quick shout outs. We had our a new $10 a month Patreon member, Eddie
Ooh.
Emerson. So thank you, Eddie, for
Eddie.
contributing to
Thank
the
you.
show. We appreciate it.
Nice.
And also another Patreon upgraded from $1 to $5.
Wow.
So I think
Oh,
it's
thank you.
Elias, Elias. I think that's how you pronounce it. So thank you, Elias, for showing your love, and we greatly appreciate it. It's going to help keep the show going, and we will keep trying to do our best to entertain you.
That's amazing.
I know, it's very exciting. So we're just going to jump right into it, and let's start with the way we always start the show.
The best part of the show.
We still need that supercut.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to work on it.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Makes me self-conscious. The heroic trio entered the subterranean city of Knockabout, led by Seela Silverscale, a kobold working for Copaco. The chief engineer of the kobold utility asked them to investigate the Arcanum and their dig site for, amazingly, financial compensation? What will our heroes do in an actual functioning economy? Find out in Dungeon Patrol.
Let the shopping happen.
Yeah,
It's really exciting. It's like,
Yeah, like a normal city.
like an actual city, just dark.
Right.
no, it's very well lit.
It is very well lit.
Yeah.
That is a good point. So I spent a lot of time last time describing things, and I'm going to try to do less of that this episode because I could spend an hour describing things, and then
He can.
I really could, because I've just invested a lot into this. But I think that would be less interesting for the listeners and for you guys. So I'm going to put the onus on you as the players to inquire about things, explore the world with your minds, and then ask me to fill in the gaps. So I will be toggling between the views for anybody watching. I realize most of our listeners are just audio only, so we will do our best to sort of present that as best as we can. But if you are watching,
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind, yes. But we do have a lot of maps, and we are streaming on Twitch, so you can always check us out there. We're going to be restreaming on YouTube. So if you're wanting to go ahead and see us and see some of the maps, you can check us out there. I will be posting images.
It's not worth it. I'll just tell you right now. There's no advantage to seeing us.
Well, I do want to say the advantage of listening is that the audio for the podcast is far more edited. The audio for the stream is just raw. So
Okay, that's good to know.
if you are watching us, you're going to kind of get a little rougher cut little more natural noises and things.
Both
Applause,
visually.
visually and or otherwise. That for those of you enjoying
I'm
it
just speaking for myself. Okay,
your
I shouldn't speak for
car,
others.
we'll do our best to kind of cut that out and give you a more pure experience. And if you have made it to episode 3, I do apologize. We did have a pretty major technical difficulty with episodes 1 and 2, which borked our audio, and we had a major imbalance that I was not able to correct. Because I don't know if we've mentioned, our audio guy also stepped away. So guess who's taken that role over too? So it's been a fun couple months.
Learning curve.
Yeah. Lots of learning, lots of new applications. So
So as per usual, Tris is ready to get going.
I appreciate that. So we left off, as Alar said, you're now standing on the side of the massive Kopoko compound. A brilliant white wall, very castle-like in nature, with a rampart at the top and towers. And you can see there are patrolling kobolds up there looking about, and there is one sort of eyeing you down in the alley that you're standing in.
It would be ominous if it weren't kobolds.
Tris will wave.
They aren't looking threatening, but they are. I mean, you are standing with one of their kobold engineers, but you are in a well-lit alley, and just to point it out, there are lamp posts lining this alley, so the place is well illuminated. You do see all these various wires running from the compound throughout the city, and you can assume that, in general, the place is well lit, and it appears to be well lit by these magical lamps. And there are just hundreds upon hundreds of them. So I will not describe them further unless you inquire.
Well, I need my beauty rest. It has been a long day. I suggest we find our new abode.
Oh, yes. Here. Here's the keys. This is to your room. We will go and let's go and take a walk there. I can point the building out, but I've got to get going.
What is the name of the place? Does it have a name?
I thought it had a name.
It is the Augury.
Augury.
Augury? Okay. That's a fun name.
So you begin to stroll after Sela down this wide avenue. Several large buildings are off to the right, and you can see directly ahead is what she has mentioned to be the promenade, which is a perpendicular strip of parkland that stretches to the left, far in front of the Kopoko compound, and far to the right. It's basically a wide expanse of moss, or this like thick spongy moss, with trees growing out of it. You can see that obviously this is like dirt and moss on it, and there's trees, and then there is a wide canal flowing through, and there's also a bridge there.
Oh, I see it.
You guys can zoom around on your roll 20.
Who's controlling our map? Is that you, Don?
I will be controlling the map today.
Okay.
Yes, so we'll do this. Grab your pawn here.
So surprisingly city-like, just swapping cobblestones for moss.
Pretty much. I mean, okay. So there are some cobblestoned areas, which is a little bit different, and I have marked some of those specifically. So it looks like there is like a road area that you can walk.
Okay,
on.
So that is actual cobblestone on the map.
That is actual cobblestone, but it is like cobblestone, obviously laid flat on cavern floor. So it feels very city-like. There's no question about it.
Okay.
Are there like carts being pulled? I know that there was a cart for food, but is there like an animal that's pulling carts, or is there some kind of?
Well, yes, there are not a lot of carts. There are some. It's not like a crowded thoroughfare with hundreds of carts going about. It's mostly foot traffic interspersed with some carts. You get a sense that it must be like late in the day. I mean, for you guys, it is very late in the day. You've had a really, really long day. For those of you, maybe going back to the end of season 2, it's been a very long day, and you guys are exhausted. But yeah, there's people clearly getting off from work. milling about, or perhaps heading home or headed to the bars.
How much farther to the Augury?
So she walks you to the edge of this canal. Let me move you guys up here. And by the way, if you are looking at this scale of the map you're seeing is the city level scale, and these are 20-foot squares.
Okay. So she is not a huge kobold.
20-foot
Kobold.
She's not a giant
She's-
kobold.
She's not a giant kobold.
Okay, just checking.
Very intimidating.
It's huge, yeah. So she points across the across this bridge at a large 3-story gray stone structure.
Is the water actually flowing in the canal?
It is flowing,
Wow, that's cool.
and it's not like a rapid river, but it's definitely there's some flow to it, and the water looks pretty clean. So she gestures across the promenade to the structure and says, "That's the Augury over there. You'll find your room up on the 3rd floor. There's the keys, and feel free to go get settled in. I will check back on you guys. I've really got to get home, though."
Thank you,
Okay.
Sela. You have been of great assistance to us, and I will honor your contribution to our heroics in song.
Well, I appreciate that, and perhaps I can get a sitter for tomorrow night and come watch you play.
Indeed.
She has little ones. All right. I cross. I'm ready. I want to go.
Okay, so she
We
waves.
should check for traps first.
Eh.
Okay. We make our way to the Augury.
All right, you do so. So you cross over the stone bridge, admiring the promenade and the people going about their business, and begin walking up to the entryway of the Augury. So do this.
What? You're changing our map.
I just changed your map. Yes.
It's never a good sign.
Ah,
Okay, so we're walking along, and what do we see?
we see the front door.
The front door. So you go walking up to the stone building. There's basically a large mossy patch on either side of this well manicured walkway. You can see a wooden cart on the lawn, and up next to the sides of the building, there is a patch of mushrooms that look obviously like they've been planted, like a mushroom garden. Burly man is kneeling in the loam, and he's got a little hand trowel, and he seems to be kind of working and tending to the mushrooms. He doesn't look like your typical gardener, though. He's muscular, bearded, and his hair is pulled back in a red bandana. And he looks back at you with his big weathered face and just kind of eyes you warily as you come walking up.
I come walking up. Oh, I stand here. Hello.
Mm.
Okay.
Back at you.
He doesn't seem to be the conversationalist, but there's a large set of double doors there leading inside, and you can see some more figures inside of a well-lit hallway lined with red carpets.
Ah, finally. I've been waiting for the red carpets.
You notice that the building is well cared for, but at the same time is very aged. Cracks line the walls. Everything looks a bit worn, but somebody's taking care of it. So
Just like all of us.
just like all of you, in character and out.
And out. More out than in. Well cared for, but a little faded. A little cracked.
I cry.
So you proceed inside.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Here
You
we go. Oh,
You
look,
step
I'm
into
crying.
the well-lit hallway. There are two figures there. One, kind of an older woman, dark-skinned, also well cared for, just kind of dressed simply, with her hair kind of pulled back. And there's a younger dark-skinned man who is actually painting part of a wall. It looks like he's doing a touch-up, and he's got a small can of paint there. Aside from the slightly worn red carpets, you notice there the hall is lined with some large, actual framed works of art. The man kind of glances over at you and pauses in his painting, and the woman stops and turns and stares as the three of you step into her lobby. Hello.
Hello, we are looking for the stairs.
I see. Are you guests?
Yes. I believe he, and I gesture to Alar, has the key.
And I will bow low with a flourish and say, "Good day. We are the newest residents of this establishment. To whom might we have the honor of speaking?"
She looks you over carefully. I am Helen Prophet. I am the building manager.
Ah, well, it is fortuitous that we have encountered you. Would you kindly direct us to the stairs so that we may ascend to our domicile?
She gestures back into what will be your right. Take the right stairs. The other ones have some fresh paint halfway up. What, She kind of eyes, are you holding out the keys? Because it's got it has a little keychain on it with the Copaco symbol.
No.
All right. I was not aware of any guests coming. Are you? You must be from Copaco?
Indeed we are.
Well, keep in mind, this is not a hotel. This is a place of residence, and I expect you to be respectful of the other people who live here full time. Do you know how long you'll be staying?
That we cannot say.
Indefinitely.
Guests of the chairman, I see. Well, if there's anything I can do, try not to ask. But she kind of gives you a half smile. You think that was a poor attempt at a joke?
I'm gonna yawn quite loudly. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not. You're not barring. I'm just tired.
Broke us.
She kind of turns. You notice that she has like a few kind of scars on her face, just little like slices. And other than that, I would say Triss, make an insight check.
17.
It's pretty good. With your keen senses as a fellow fighter, you just notice that the way that she moves and carries herself and the way she steps aside, that she just has that look of someone who's always on balance, always aware. And you think that she knows her way around. She just has that look of someone who knows how to fight.
Do I see any evidence of weapons on her?
Just you have that sense. In my mind, whenever you see people who are trained, it's just the way they carry themselves, maintain their balance, the way they shift. Never.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just, I have weapons on me, so I'm just seeing where the advantage lies.
And that's perfectly fair. She doesn't seem threatening in the least, but you think that that's just a piece of information I wanted to give you.
I see threats everywhere.
As well, you should.
All right. So, shall we?
Indeed. We will take your leave.
Yeah, I nod my head at the painter fellow as we pass.
He gives you a wide, toothy grin.
Then I will smile back with my pointed canines.
Okay. Then you step up into the main hallway there, and you can see on the map that it's basically two intersecting halls, all lined with the long rugs. And at the end of each hall is a staircase leading up. The one to the left, if you were to glance, you can see has been cordoned off with some rope.
Okay.
You said
To your right.
The other one. We're going the correct
Yeah,
direction.
you're going the correct way.
okay.
I'm assuming since you're looking around for threats, you would just notice at the other end of the hall, there's a staircase that is blocked off.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, as delightful as this hallway is, I am ascending to our domicile.
Yes. Up we go.
All right. So I'm going to switch maps yet again because.
Although, are there any doors off this hallway?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. Tons of doors.
Looked like there was
The
a bunch
Okay.
of doors.
The whole hall is lined with doors.
Okay.
All right. So you begin climbing the stairs. Yeah. So you didn't see anybody else in the hall, but you hear noises behind the doors. It sounds like people talking. There's smells of cooking food. So you get the sense that people are here, they're home, and are getting settled in for the night.
That sounds like what we should be doing. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm dragging my backpack at this point.
Oh.
All right. So
Or the
I'm
GoPro
going to
go.
switch maps one more time. So that was the first floor map.
Okay.
And sorry. And now you're going to go to the third floor map.
Okay.
All right. And actually,
Not sure why we need a map to walk to our bedroom. Check for traps.
you should always check for traps. All right. So guys, can you see see your map there?
Yes.
All right.
I'm getting hangry at this point.
No, we just ate.
Did we?
Wow,
Well,
we
I'm,
had the chow burger.
Yeah, we had the
16-year-old.
chow burgers.
It was
I'm
it was a late lunch.
I'm a 16-year-old. I'm hungry.
Mm.
Okay. So you climb the stairs, make it to the top, and proceed down the hallway looking for your
Now I
number.
will pull out the keys and look for the door that
Matching
matches.
symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So the doors are lettered, and as you just kind of walk down the hall, it actually is at the opposite end.
Okay.
So the other stairs would have been better for you, but obviously it was closed. You see as you walk down the hall that there's a small child playing about halfway down next to an open door. She looks like she's probably 8 or 9 with a shock of red hair and pointed ears and a sort of bluish tail poking out from her the back of her pants or coming up out of her shirt.
A tail. Okay.
Here, I'll drag you guys down.
Okay.
You are seeing this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
There you go. All right. So your room you're gathering at the end of the hall down there.
All right.
Okay. So Tris, you go walking by. So you see this child. She's kind of sitting there, and it looks like she's playing with maybe like small toys like jacks. And you do notice as you get close that one of them seems to be levitating slightly above the palm of her hand, and she looks at you and smiles just a little warily. She's got little pointed canines also.
Hello, child. What are you doing?
Hello, I'm playing. Who are you? I mean, if it wasn't immediately obvious, you can tell that she is a tiefling also.
Yes, I could tell. That's why I bothered to talk to her.
So loving and tender. So she kind of scoots over next to
Please
the wall.
come to Triss's daycare for young tieflings and other such things.
The home to wayward children.
I am Triss, and I smile again, wearing my canines.
I am Matilda.
Do you live here?
Yes, I do. And then you hear a man call it back, Matilda, quit bothering the other guests. And she's like, oh, sorry.
No, you're not bothering me. I asked you a question. All right, we are gonna go and sleep now. So be quiet with your play, and we will see you later.
You see a man come from the small apartment behind her. He probably looks like he's in his 40s. He's human. Just looks a little haggard, but decently dressed. He kind of nods and smiles to you. Come inside, Matilda. It's time to eat. And she looks back and kind of waves at you and gathers her jacks up and goes inside their apartment.
All right.
Okay.
Is this our door?
Yeah, you actually you have
There it is.
two. Well, here I'm gonna ding you here.
Oh, all right.
You
this
actually
door.
have two keys, one labeled F and one labeled G, and they seem to correspond to two separate doors.
Here, Triss. I will give you G.
All right, which one is door G? I go in that door. And no, I don't check for traps. I'm just going in.
And I will open F.
It's the last door on the right before the stairs. All right, so you open the.
And I will strum a melody in the key of F.
Very nice. All right, so the two of you open the respective doors, and
Yes.
you step in on either side of a shared kitchen. Here, Aylar, I will drag you over there.
It's a very small kitchen.
Well, that's only because your pawns look large. So these are 5-foot squares, obviously. So
The fact we're living in a place with a kitchen, though.
yeah, so you
don't know
open
what a
up
kitchen
open
is.
this, and so this is a it is a small, clean apartment. It actually has wood floors, plainly adorned walls. There's a few pieces of art around. You did notice, actually, I should have pointed that out on either door. Right above the letters was a small Copico emblem.
Okay.
So you know that these are the Copico suites. So you step inside. Yeah, there's a simple kitchen, and you can kind of start exploring your room if you want. I mean, there's
Brokos, there may be food. You should go eat.
Yeah, I'll look around. I look to my right and poke at Alar and point at what looks like a place to bathe. I'm sure it's just toilets, but it looks like it's a place to bathe.
yeah, actually. So for clarity, sorry, I moved you on purpose.
Oh, sorry.
So that toilet area, the door to that is in the main hall.
I thought that was a door from the other one.
Yeah,
But we don't
it
get our
was just
own
so yeah. So
bathroom.
there's a door to some shared communal toilets out there in the hall.
But then so Triss will move from room to room and just investigate all of them, looking for any threats.
All right, fair enough. So there are 4 bedrooms, a dining area, a very small toilet area, and the kitchen.
Okay.
Each
I
of the
will
rooms is
Set my
pretty-
pack down and go sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to pick this room here.
No, I already took that room, Brokos.
You
I
just
will
said
take
you
this room.
didn't call out what room you were taking.
But I already took
You
it.
said-
I claimed it with my butt
okay,
on the
well,
bed.
Fine. I'm just gonna go into this room here then. I'm just happy I have my own bed in my own room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so each of the rooms has some basic furnishments. There's a pretty simple bed. A couple of them have desks. The one that Alar stepped in actually has a pair of cushy chairs on a rug. So this is a pretty nice place compared to everything you've been to so far.
Does my door lock?
It does. I mean, you don't think it would hold any serious trouble out. It's a basic wooden door with a simple lock.
Who'd have thunk it that the Underdark would be nicer
Yeah. And more welcoming.
and much more welcoming, and we get paid.
Yeah.
So Triss will close and lock the door, and then if she can move that chest in front of it or chest of drawers, she will.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lock the door. I'm just gonna head to sleep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, did you want to? I mean, you can root around in the kitchen if you want. I mean,
Too tired.
actually a little bit of foodstuffs in there, so you can. If
Okay.
You can dig around there.
I'd like to get past the quotidian stuff and onto the adventure here.
What? This is the adventure. This is like the stay at the. La
This
Quinta
is
or
walking
something.
up to our apartment, Dawn. Come on.
All right,
Sims,
so
that's
we
what
go
we're
to
doing
sleep.
here.
We go to sleep.
As you wish. All right, you get settled in and start to go to sleep.
I can't get on my bed.
Oh no.
Theater
time
of the mind.
theater of the mind.
Tris, theater of the mind.
Oh, mine, I fit perfectly. So snug.
Snug as a badger in the bed. All right. So the evening begins to pass, and you're just getting, if you're able to get to sleep, you're just starting to get drift off when you are awakened to some loud pounding out in the hall. Not on your door, but definitely out in the hall. And then there's some loud voices going on. So your sleep is interrupted.
All right, fine. I grab my sword. I move the chest away from the door. And I go out to see who is disturbing my rest.
I will quietly tuck behind her shoulder there,
Well,
using
yeah,
her
by the
as a
time you
shield.
kind of get your clothes back on and grab your gear.
I did not take my clothes off. Do not start doing things to me.
All right, your armor,
All right, that is okay.
unless you want to not put your armor on.
No, I put the armor on.
But yeah, you hear a man shouting, Parsons! Parsons! I know you're in there. It's time to pay up. And then you hear the door open, and the other man who you spoke to earlier, the father of the girl, says, What do you want? I've already paid my taxes. And the other man says, No, it's time to pay again, Parsons. You paid the wrong people. And then they begin to kind of argue between the two of them. And so by that point, you're probably peeking out. And you see four people standing in the hall, all of them armed. And one of them is standing in front of the door and is at this point kind of grasping on to that guy's shirt and saying, We came by and you weren't at the store and it's time to pay. The Crips are taking over this town, this district. I don't care who you paid before. Pay up, Parsons. He's like, no, I can't afford more taxes. And at that point, you notice that there's three guys. They're all human, and the woman who's actually standing off to the side, she seems to be the one sort of directing this thing, but it's one of the guys, the ruffians, that's holding on to him, and he looks back and she nods, and then he just clocks Parsons in the face. He's like, "We're not playing around, Parsons. Time to pay up."
All right, so I am done, and I say, I'm trying to sleep here. Who are you? This is not where you live. Get out.
They pause in their antics there, and I'll kind of look at you. And the woman says, "This is none of your business. Go back inside."
No, when you wake me up, it becomes my business. Get out.
"We're tax collectors."
No, you're not. You're thieves. Get out.
The three guys look at each other, and she kind of like, "This is your last warning. You know we want to hurt you anyway, so get back inside."
So I bare my teeth and I say, no, this is your last warning. Get out.
All right. Then she points and says, "Weasel, take care of that trollop."
Trollop.
Trollop. Uh-oh.
Trollop.
Them's fighting
Trollop all
words.
over your face.
Are they
is what
fighting
I will
words?
do. Yeah.
So they're all holding, well, at least the two of them are holding clubs, and they brandish them and look like they're about to come use them on you. So I think we need to roll initiative.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we do.
What is my initiative? I always forget. There it is. I got a 15. I'm not seeing myself in the turn order yet, Don.
All right.
Right there,
Do I need to
coming.
re-add you?
Yes, because we are not on there. I am ready. I have my initiative
All right. It's because we kept changing. Let's go.
there.
All right. Can everybody see themselves on the initiative?
Nope, I'm there. I see myself.
Can see myself, but I can't edit my initiative.
Ah, it's because you are new.
Mm-hmm.
Newbie.
Let's
I
give
suspected.
Newbie.
let's give you some control. All right. So let's see. Always have to do this. And this is one of those long, awkward pauses.
Yeah.
Dagmar.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
There
Are
you
we
go.
ready to go?
Cool. Does that work? Can you move your pawn, Dagmar?
Let me try. Looks like I can move it. Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, then.
I will open door F, shirtless and armorless, and with amazing bed hair.
I like it.
I do have my rapier, though, and my loot.
Shirtless, but never lootless.
Never lootless. You never know when it might come in handy.
All right. Well, the ruffians apparently were spoiling for a fight and get the jump on you because it looks like they beat everybody's initiative. So the one named Weasel is going to step up with his club and attempt to take care of this trollop who's getting in his way.
Trollop? So rude, Don.
No. Oh. What's your AC there? Tris?
16.
16. That is actually not going to hit you. Darn it. Okay. So he takes a swing. Just misses you as you
I deftly move aside.
Okay. So Alar, shirtless and amazing, you open the door, stand there,
And my well-muscled chest with the chest hair that looks like an eagle with wings outspread.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
you haven't seen this yet, Tris. Yeah.
your hair sort of flies back as you you deftly dodge the thug's club as he tries to brain you when you open the door, and
Okay.
he misses. The other two are going to move up. It is slightly crowded, but Bryce is going to step up here, and he's pulled out a short sword. Looks like he's a little more serious about this, and he's going to take a slash at Triss. Also going to miss, while the woman is going to stand back and watch what goes on. So Triss, what do you have to say about that?
I'm going to
Downright rude.
stab. What's his name? Weasel?
Weasel. Yeah.
Weasel's going to be stabbed. Yes, he is. Well, I'm assuming. That's a 19.
Yeah, that's going to be a stab.
Okay. That is 6 damage.
Oof. All right, you take a big gash out of him. He staggers back. He's looking none too happy for that.
All right, and then I stab him again.
Right, because you could do that twice.
All right, so apparently it's been a really long time. Crit is just a 20.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
then never mind. But that's a 25 to hit.
That is a hit.
Oh, yes. And that's 9 damage.
Oof. So Weasel actually is going to go down. Just like
Yes.
that. 2 quick hits, and he's on the ground and unconscious and bleeding. So they were not expecting such stalwart resistance. Alar.
I will strum my lute and cast my crown of adulation upon this thug before me. Roll me a wisdom save.
He does not save.
Okay. You're mine now, buddy.
That's going to be annoying.
Awesomely annoying.
All right. So he's basically under your control.
He gets to make a melee attack as I direct.
All right, on his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Brokos.
I'm going to roll my sleepy eyes. I'm in this predicament. Step out here. I'm going to right here. I get a new spell and I love it. I'm going to cast Conjure Animals. And I'm going to cast right here a cave bear, a large
What?
animal.
Is that a little overkill here,
That
Brokos?
feels
I am
like
so tired right now.
Okay.
You have no
Feels
idea
like-
how
I don't
grumpy
blame
I
that
you.
am.
might be just a bit much for the situation, but you know,
Well, I just like the
It-
idea of, and it gets to roll its own initiative, so I'll roll that.
and that's large.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's large.
Oh my god. Okay.
What the heck?
So with a roar, this giant cave bear appears. Oh my
And
gosh.
as a and I'm just going to sit there and just smile. That's it. The cave bear got an 18 initiative for next round. So
Okay.
Doesn't it just act on your turn?
nope, it gets its own initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can make more, but this is just for starters. This is just a little.
We're just gonna start this little brawl with a cave bear.
Yeah, it just roars and it opens its big mouth,
Okay.
and yeah, it's not.
That's not going to traumatize the little tiefling girl at all. No.
You know, we all live through trauma. That's how you deal with it.
Wow.
Well, so Dagmar, you were also awakened. I mean, you heard the
Okay.
commotion earlier. You heard the newcomers kind of making the way down the hall and all that. But you've settled in for the night and enjoying your little place. And then suddenly there's a lot of commotion and yelling, and things have gotten out of hand. And then now it sounds like a giant animal has appeared in the hall. It might be worth checking out to see what the new neighbors are up to.
Yeah. I think I would like to do my bonus action for stealth or for to hide, because so let me roll that up quick. All right, 1 second
You
here.
summoned a bear. Okay.
The bear is a very good analogy of how I feel right now. Just
Yeah.
being awoken.
I think
Like I
that's
was
fair.
just about going to sleep,
Ooh, poking a sleeping bear.
and I was
Come on,
rudely
people.
awakened.
So I got a 16 for stealth, and then I would like to open my door and take a look and see what's going on.
Bear butt.
Bear butt.
He's
Yeah.
full of bear butt.
Yeah, your stealth is pretty easy because there's a lot of cover there. So somehow a giant bear has managed to make its way into the hall.
I think I will then shut my door and
And that
think-
was Dagmar.
yeah, and we will let that sort itself out. I will come by later.
Bring the welcome basket once
Yeah.
it's settled down. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's going to be their turn then. We've got. Let's just start with the guy that's under Alar's control. What do you want him to do?
Well, he's going to move 5 feet up and then attack his leader.
Okay, so he just sort of steps up and is going to take a swipe at the woman there.
Okay, I only rolled a 4.
All right, she definitely dodges that, and she's appraising the situation for the moment. So the other guy who just watched his friend get downed doesn't realize his other friend is out of commission because he's face to face with a bad. Well, you don't always look like a badger. Your pawn always makes me think that. Brokos interest. So he is going to try to knock Brokos out as quickly as he can. Ooh, they are just rolling terrible. So that's going to be an 11 to hit you, which I assume does
Not hit.
not. You said not a hit, right?
No.
Yeah, not a hit. Okay. Then the woman is actually going to do a disengage because this does not look good. So she's going to kind of step around. So she's disengaging from the bear,
Mhm.
but she stays adjacent to the other guy, Trig, the whole time. So that does not provoke anything.
Okay.
So she's just going to maneuver around, and she pulls out a short sword, and is going to stop and still kind of assess the situation. So I believe it is now the bear's turn.
My guy gets a saving throw again at the end of his turn.
Oh, for wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is going to be, that's wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is an 11.
Nope.
Yeah, I did not think so. All right. Poor Trig. I can see how this is going to go. We're going to have to up the ante quickly.
Hush.
All right. Bear.
So the cave bear takes a 5-foot step up, and the guy who's entranced he's just, that's it. He's in the wrong place, at the wrong time.
He's wearing golden laurels on his head.
And he's going to make 2 attacks here.
Oh.
On my guy?
No, yeah, on your guy. Sorry.
Oh.
Just the way
Yeah,
it
she
goes.
wisely put him between her and the bear.
So that's a 15.
Yes, that's going to be a hit.
And that does 9 piercing damage on the first attack.
Oh, okay.
And then it gets a claw attack here. And that's a 22 to hit.
Okay.
And takes 10 slashing damage.
Oh my gosh.
And
okay, so
as a free action, grrr,
He's eviscerated.
yeah,
Yep.
so
he just goes for the neck.
He is immediately just double slashed down to the ground and is unconscious and dying as the bear's mauling him. Blood is getting all over the carpet.
I would like to make a plea that maybe he perhaps steps on the body, and because he's not done with his movement, and steps another 5-foot step.
So the bear just like rawr,
Yep.
and then just like steps. You hear ribs crunch as he steps on him.
I think that's his turn.
All right, you hear the guy who's getting roughed up sort of shriek, and he slams his door because things have gotten out of hand here. Okay, well, Triss, there's one thug in front of you directly, and then there's the woman who is standing in the middle holding the short sword.
So Triss spares a momentary thought that now that we're in a civilized place, maybe killing people just is not the best plan, but
Stuff happens.
stuff happens. So that is, sorry, I need to get off the map. That is a 22.
That is a hit.
So, and I'm the guy I'm not moving. I'm just going to hit that guy that's right next to us. For 4 damage.
Okay.
And then my second one, same thing. 15.
That is a hit.
Okay. Aha, and there's the max damage, 9.
Okay, he does not quite go down. Bryce is a little tougher.
But he hurts.
He looks like he's regretting many life choices today.
To be fair, they attacked us first.
They did.
They did. No, it's fine. Okay, then Alar.
Well, I got a face full of bear at this point, so I'm going to close the door. And, I'm going to trust my friends to sort it out, and I'm going to go back to bed grumbling about Brokos and how I need to talk to him tomorrow morning.
Okay, well, Brokos, there's still a heavily wounded man in front of you.
Brokos has got it, so,
Yeah. Well, I'm going to, I'm just going to turn into my little primal savagery and get my fingernails and teeth sharp, and I'm going to attack him, the one in front of me here.
Okay.
So that is going to be I don't think 12 is going to, 14?
14 does not hit him.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay, then we are back to Dagmar.
I would like to take another moment to hide and open the door. So that hide will be as a bonus action. That's a 25.
Okay.
And I'd like to crack the door open and take a look at the carnage.
Yeah, you're seeing a bear, obviously, which is definitely out of place, and you can see what's happening. So I thought they might be a little more challenged, but when there's a cave bear, what do you do?
Right. I will take a 5-foot step out of my apartment. So let me move myself.
I think we're going to call that the furry fireball from now on.
And I'll just lean against the wall with my arms crossed and just kind of wait it out.
That's fair. That's a fair choice. Okay, then we are going to be back to these guys. So the beaten down man, who he had a smug look before. That's definitely been wiped away from his face. I think he's going to surrender. So he's just going to drop his weapon and whoa, I didn't mean any harm. I surrender. And he will stand there, realizing that he is hopelessly beaten. The woman is going to scowl at that, but she's in a tough bind between this bear and all of you. So she is actually going to charge at you, Triss, and to try to shove you out of the way.
Are the stairs right behind Triss, or is that?
They are, yeah.
Okay.
That's
So she
pretty
provokes an attack of opportunity from the cave bear? Or is she
Yes.
disengaging?
She's not disengaging, so yeah, the bear will get to take a swipe at her.
Okay. We all make bad mistakes.
We do.
We'll see if this attack. Oh, that's only an 8.
All right, yeah. Wish. All right, so she leaps forward and is going to try to shove you out of the way, and that is going to be. You can basically can go against your acrobatics, or I believe,
or athletics,
or athletics, yeah.
Yep.
So whichever you want to do.
Okay, and so I roll.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, because she's not trying to grapple you; she's trying to.
Yeah,
shove
she's
you.
not going to make it. I can tell you what I got.
Okay, give me 1 second to grab her total here. Okay, so she got a 19.
Nope, I got a 24.
Oof. Okay, so she tries to shove you out of the way, and you can tell that she's not probably maybe quite as buff as you are, but she's wiry and very strong for her size. A little bit shorter, but yeah, she hits you and you rebuff her, and she scowls at you. And that's going to be her turn, and then it's the bear's turn.
Bear.
Well, I figured that they ran away, so I've watched it all. I get to command him. So I'm going to have him take a 5-foot step up and go and command him to lick the face of this one here. The one who surrendered.
Wow. Okay. So this
It's
huge bear,
bloodied face, by the way. It's,
Yeah, because it's just been mauling people. Okay, so he whimpers appropriately and will kind of drop to his knees, and the woman just looks at him with utter disdain. All right, Triss, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to snarl at this woman, and I'm going to say, "The Crips can go hang. This is troubadour territory now."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nice.
And that is, I can math. That is a 23.
That is a hit.
Okay, are we really wanting to incite a gang war with us being the newest gang in town?
Well, if
Well,
Gotta start somewhere.
we
she
did.
Well, we could hide the bodies,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, but that's only 5 damage.
Okay.
And then can I say something else before my second hit?
Well, I do have a question. What weapon are you attacking her with?
The Scimitar of the Black Heart.
Okay. You note that didn't see, like, you definitely hit her and sliced across her body, but it did not open up a wound.
I just want to remind you, Triss, that you are rolling with advantage because your ally is flanking.
All right. Nope, I forgot. Okay.
Sorry.
So
Yes, my animals are allies.
Okay. Did it seem like it did any damage to her?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna. Can I say something or no?
Oh yeah.
All right. Drop your weapon. And with advantage, that's an 18. No, 19.
You're attacking her again?
I'm attacking her again.
Okay, that hits.
So that's a 5 again.
Okay, again, another slice across her arm, which should have been a pretty healthy wound, and she remains unscathed. And she gives you a very wicked little smile. Alar, so you wandered back to bed, and you're like getting your little cushy shoes back off and settling in. Is that what's happening?
I'm playing myself a little lullaby to try to soothe myself back to sleep.
Fair enough. It's a lovely little tune. All right, Brokos.
And to drown out the screams.
I will notice of Triss, since Triss is still attacking, I'll attack her. And same thing with primal savagery here.
So you're like with your claws.
Yep. Oh, that was close to a natty 20. 16.
That is a hit.
And she has to do a save for poisoning. It's 9 points of damage, and I need you to do I think, Constitution saving throw here.
All right, but that's slashing, right?
Yes, that's slashing.
Okay. So that doesn't do any damage to her. You rake viciously across her body, no doubt tearing at her clothing and her light leather armor. And you can see you hit and you cut, but you did not wound her.
Does she still have? I'm trying to poison her though, so she has still. I mean, if I hit, she still has to do a cut.
Well,
She's still taking the poison, right?
But you didn't actually cut her skin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she seems to be impervious for some reason to your attack. All right, then Dagmar.
I'm sorry, that was acid damage. Make a melee spell attack against one creature with 5 feet. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 acid damage. Actually, 2d10.
Okay, so that's your primal?
Yeah. Primal savagery, I'm sorry, is acid damage, not slashing. My bad.
So it's okay.
It's acid damage, yeah.
Acid
on a hit,
poison?
the target.
Okay.
Then it has to make it doesn't say it says this is acid. I think it was just it just has to make it acid. It's just saying what kind of I misunderstood the little kind of damage it took. So it's just acid damage. No save for poisoning.
Okay. Sorry, you said 9.
9.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay, then that does work. And that does not make her happy. All right. Then we were at Dagmar.
So I imagine that the hallway is still pretty full of bear. And so I'll probably, is there any room for me to kind of squeeze in past the bear to get to Jarrett's door?
Sure. Yeah,
It's technically an ally if you're our ally. So that's
yeah, it's one of those things. Is like what makes you an ally, even though you're obviously
Right.
not a hostile combatant. So yeah, you could. I'll say you could squeeze behind the bear and into his door.
Okay, I will do that.
But you barely make it.
Oh.
Oh, that's.
You're canceled. Canceled.
You can't culture cancel broke house, man.
Cancel.
All right, and I'll
You're
throw.
asleep. You didn't hear that. Don't worry about it. Sorry, Dagmar. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. I'll throw open the door and kind of shut it behind me, and just kind of take stock and make sure everybody is okay.
Okay. Yeah, so you see him in his room, and his daughter's back behind him, and he's just got a small sap that he has that he probably doesn't even know how to use, and he's just looking very fearful. So when you step in, he obviously recognizes you. You guys have had conversations before. I mean, you know his daughter, and I wouldn't say. I don't know. I'll let you qualify that. I don't know that you're necessarily friends, but he knows you're his neighbor. So, but he definitely looks even more fearful as you kind of step in, and he's like, "What's happening?"
And can I talk back with him on my turn then?
Yeah.
Not sure, Jarrett, but let's just stay here.
All
And
right.
I would like to ready in action that if the two brigands try to get in, I'd like to attack them.
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay.
All right. We are back to Cave Bear.
No, they get.
No.
They're
Oh,
going.
no, it is. It is.
Yeah.
We're back. You're right. We're back to the
I mean, if they're just paralyzed
Yeah.
with fear, that's okay too.
That works.
All right. So, yeah, the one getting licked by the bear is just paralyzed with fear. And the other one, she wants to get by you. So she's going to try again. She's going to try to shove you aside to run by. So that is going to be not.
Oh, I was gonna say she might make it this time.
Well, what'd you get?
15.
No. Okay. So she uses her first action to try to shove by you. That doesn't work as you just bash her back. So then falling back on the other option, she's going to use a second attack to stab at you. So if she can't push past you, I guess she's going to have to cut past you. And that will be a 14 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. Then we're at the cave bear.
Okay. Well, he's going to bite her. It's a 15 to hit, which I'm guessing is a miss. And
okay.
her, the
Yeah, actually, 15 hits her, I believe. Yeah.
That's 7 piercing damage. So whether it makes an attack, and then the 22 to hit with the claws, it's 13 slashing damage.
Okay, so it's hitting her, and she's taking the blows, but she's not taking any damage from the bear.
Okay.
All right, Triss. You can see the woman wants to get away.
Well, I'm not going to let her just get away.
All right.
I've already told her she can drop her weapon, and then we can talk. I mean, obviously, we're not continuing to beat on the guy that already gave in, right?
That seems what you're doing so far, yeah.
She's just stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she doesn't look like that. She probably wants to be interrogated.
Well, then I am going to use my bonus action to cast Branding Smite.
And what does that do?
Not good, Bob.
On a hit, then I add radiant damage.
There you go.
Oh no. Okay.
And then I'm going to try and hit her, which is 23.
That's a hit.
So it does 8 damage, which I'm assuming is not going to do anything. And then it is 2d6 radiant damage.
Oof. Okay.
And that's 7.
Okay, that definitely hurt her. So that has just changed the playing field. So she's looking grimly determined now. And Alar, you keep strumming your tune.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, he's.
I'm trying to.
Innocent. Oh, sorry.
Brokos, you want to do something?
Triss is screaming out
I'm
in the
gonna have you do
hallway.
a wisdom saving throw.
On the woman.
Yes, please.
All right, that is going to be a 12.
She is held. She's paralyzed.
Oh my gosh.
Rough. That's rough.
Okay. Yeah, I am rolling terrible. I think we're going to have to switch dice out.
You can keep what you got there.
All right. So she's held. Dagmar, you going to maintain your position?
Yes.
It has gotten.
Yep.
Well, I guess it's not quite because the bear is still just making mauling noises out there.
By the way, no. He's dismissed. As soon as I cast hold person, he is
Okay.
dismissed because
Oh,
I moved.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I moved my concentration spell.
So poof, he disappears in a puff of bear smoke.
Bear smoke.
Bear smoke. Okay. Then she's held. Then we're back to Dagmar. So it has suddenly gotten quieter in the hall, that's for sure.
Okay. I will open the door again. I'd like to take again my bonus action to hide, just because I can. Let's see. So we're at 22 for that.
All right. So you very discreetly peek out the door. You see the bear is gone. There's a few bodies, and yeah, you can assess the situation. One guy kneeling, and then the woman is standing there rigid.
Okay. I will, emboldened by the fact that the bear is gone, I will stride out, and I will head right behind the woman and kind of look at Brokros and Triss kind of warily. But other than that, I take no action.
All right. So you guys, you want to describe what Dagmar looks like now that they're seeing you?
Sure. Yeah. So he's fairly short, 5'6", 5'7", and he's got a pretty weathered skin, just from a lifetime of being outdoors, although outdoors in a cave. And kind of probably the biggest focal point, it'd be a pretty garish scar down his whole neck. So it looked like his throat at one point had been cut, and that had healed a little bit. But he's probably mid-20s. He's bald, and he carries himself with quite a bit of stealth and dexterity.
And he's
Human.
a human.
He is a human. Yeah, I guess I should cover that too. Yeah, he is a human.
So refreshing.
Yeah.
Right.
I know. I didn't realize that I would be the odd one out.
All right. So you've stepped up. Triss and Brokos, you can kind of assess this newcomer. It doesn't look like he's with the others. So the one guy, now that he's not getting licked by the bear, is just going to you know what? He knows when he's beaten. So he's just gonna stay there. And then obviously she's immobilized. So she get a save, or is that just a concentration?
Yes, she gets a save
She gets to try to break out of it.
at the end of her turn.
Okay. And actually she's definitely struggling, and that's a strength check, right?
Nope, wisdom.
Oh. Okay. So that's a 17.
That makes it.
All right. So she spends the round, just and then she breaks free at the end of her round, but doesn't get to do anything else. So then we are back to Triss.
All right. So Triss now feels like, okay, I'm not going to be able to, sorry, I almost said something rude. I'm not going to be able to cut this person. So instead, I will try my firebolt.
Oh, although you are adjacent to her, so you'd be at disadvantage for that.
Okay.
Do it.
I mean, I don't really have a better option right now.
Yeah, do it up.
I'll tell her to. I'm just gonna still say, drop your weapon.
Did your radiant branding, was that just one attack?
I can only do that once.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah, that's probably not gonna hit anything. Because that's it's still a +5. So that's a 13. Probably doesn't hit.
Just misses.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then Alar snoozes.
Yep.
Broke goes. So she broke through your spell. There's a new guy there.
Mm-hmm. You get. I got more second level spell slots, so you can go ahead and do another Wisdom saving throw. I'll try to cast Old Person again.
Okay, she failed again.
Wow.
That is spectacular. Okay, so Dagmar, you've stepped up now. Looks like this gang member is not giving up easily.
I'll attack. So I'll pull my short sword out and stab her in her paralyzed back. That seems honorable.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
so you'll have advantage on that attack.
Okay. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just trying to navigate through this here. We'll go ahead and roll that. So first roll is a 13.
That's
A
miss.
13 and a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
So nicely done.
You look threatening.
Already.
Yes, Let's see what you got,
Dad.
Dagmar. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I would like to spend the rest of my turn just like looking at my sword. How?
You haven't used it in a while.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
It needs to be polished. Okay, well, we are back to her, and that is going to be a 15 to break
No
out.
dice.
Okay, so you guys get another round. So now we're just becoming a standoff here. Triss again?
Okay, so she's held though, right?
She is held. So
Yeah,
now
she's
you
completely
have
paralyzed.
advantage or normal if you want to do your firebolt.
So, but if she's held, can I just like take her weapons away from her?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess you could.
That is what I'm doing then.
Okay. So you're going to reach over and disarm her.
And yes, and then if I have time, I'm going to see if there's anything else I can take off of her.
I would think that you would just be able to take her swords.
All right, well, I take her swords
Okay.
and I say, I told you to stop. Very annoying when people don't listen to me.
All right, Alar. Should we just keep
He's just snoozing,
just resting
man.
there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the bear sound stopped, so I'm starting to drift off. It's
He needs his
fine.
nice and
beauty
quiet.
sleep.
All right, Brokos.
I am going to try to basically. I'll take the. I'm going to try to grab her hands in front of her, and kind of try to hold them together, bind them, so she can't. I don't have any rope, and then I'll say verbally, "Can we just do something here? Can we just? Anybody got any manacles or anything?"
I mean, so you would functionally be trying to grapple her. Grapple her.
Yeah, but but I'm just grabbing her hand, so I don't know what her DC, which would probably a disadvantage. I don't even know how she could not be grappled.
Right. So I would say you'd have advantage on grappling, and she doesn't really get to make a.
No, there's no
No,
resistance.
yeah. Well, a 9, but
Okay. So
advantage. That's right.
It's fine. So you basically grapple her, but whenever she
Yeah.
would get to act again,
12. Yeah.
then she would make a contested roll to break free.
Yeah, and I just want to make a free saying. Someone can tie her up. That's my turn.
Okay. Then you actually hear, so Dagmar, you actually hear Jarrett say, I've got some rope. And he You notice that he had a lot of different supplies sitting around his house, and he actually tosses you a like a small cord of rope.
Okay. I would like to go ahead and assist Brokos in binding her any way that I know how.
Okay. I mean, do you want to take the rope or just?
Yeah. I want to take the rope
Okay.
and use that to bind the lady.
Okay. So you start trussing her up. And yeah, so you basically bind her hands, and it's enough to just completely wrap around her and kind of pin her arms.
Now we've got a prisoner. I am never going to get sleep. This
Yeah.
is maddening.
It's maddening. Okay.
What happens when you go to bed?
So she fails to break free again next round, which gives you guys a full other round to, just completely restrain her. So at that point, she looks like she gives up. And you can just see her like, fine, call the authorities.
No.
Authorities.
You seem to be confused still.
All right. Well, we're functionally out of combat then. And it looks like you're going to want to do some interrogation.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're going to have to wait next week to
Okay.
find out what she has to say.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Welcome to the jungle, guys. Who knew? Cave.
Yeah, cave bear in the hallway.
Sorry, Dagmar.
No,
I
no,
know.
that's fine.
I know they said not to mess up.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed our show, please take a moment to rate us in the Apple or Google Play Store, as this goes a long way to promote us. You can also follow us on Facebook /Dungeon Patrol or Twitter at Monsters of Roll, and we're also at DungeonPatrol.com. New episodes are released every Monday, but now they will be streaming Sundays at 7 p.m. on the Monsters of Roll Twitch channel. We're also on Patreon at Dungeon Patrol. If you really love our show, we would love your support. Even $1 a month can help us keep the content coming. Dungeon Patrol is a Monsters of Roll production. You can see our sister show, Down with Dragons, live on Twitch every Friday at 7 p.m. to follow an epic quest across the sea in the land of Karat. We will see you next week. This dungeon has been patrolled.